We're going to begin this hour with what you can expect in the sky now that the holiday travel season is underway. Maybe you're flying to a concert. The TSA says that it recorded, get this, the busiest day ever on Sunday afternoon. This was the Sunday after Thanksgiving. Busiest travel day ever. Nearly 3 million passengers took flights and were screened by the TSA. Now, United Airlines says it welcomed more than 4.5 million travelers on United alone during the holiday week. That is up 9% from the same time last year. Scott Kirby is the CEO of United Airlines, and he joins us now from Houston, Texas. Mr. Kirby, good to see you. Thank you for joining us this morning. I want to begin with two timely bits of information. One, the new airplanes United is announcing, about 230 of them coming online. I want to hear about that, but I also want to hear about this letter that you received from the U.S. Senate, a subcommittee reviewing a steep multi-billion-dollar rise in seat fees and baggage fees. So take it away, sir.
Well, sure. Thank you, and thanks for having me today. I'll start with the new airplanes. We are starting with, we're announcing today our first flight on an A321neo, which is all of our new airplanes are coming with seatback entertainment, huge screens, big enough bins for every customer on the airplane to put their bag on board, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi. They're great airplanes. I flew on one of them last night, actually, and 2/3 of the customers were watching TV. Mission Impossible seemed to be the most popular show on the TV. But we're really, really excited about what that means for customers. And as to the letter that we got, you know, at United Airlines, we've actually been doing the opposite. We've been reducing fees. And the biggest change that I think has happened from a fee perspective was United, at the beginning of the pandemic, permanently eliminating change fees for customers. And it's led to great NPS scores, really improvement for our customers.
So you, Mr. Kirby, your fees are going down, you're saying. The letter here from the Senate, they're looking for information on that very subject. And just to give people a sense of the numbers, what they're experiencing at the airport overall from the industry, baggage fees up nearly $2 billion in the last 4 years. And in 2022 alone, the industry taking in $4 billion, not from change fees, but from seat selection fees. Is that not going on at United?
Well, at United, our fees for baggage, take baggage, for example, haven't changed in years. There's more volume, so the total dollar amount goes up. There are some other airlines that have, added a lot of fees, some of which I think are egregious, but we all got the same letter. But at United, we've focused on being transparent with customers on any kind of fees, but also eliminating those fees like change fees that really were the biggest source of friction and complaints that we had from customers.
United also implemented a new boarding system, and that's for economy passengers with window seats that they board before people with middle and aisle seats. What prompted that decision?
So we're constantly trying to make things better for customers. In fact, you talked about Thanksgiving was really strong for United and the industry. We had the best NPS scores we've ever had in our history over the weekend. But one of them, one of the things that we did, which is just kind of normal course of business for us, is changing the boarding process to make it a little more efficient, make it go faster, less conflict with customers on airplane. And to me, the remarkable thing about that is we really thought of that as normal course of business. And it turns out, because air travel is such a impactful moment for people, is taking them to their biggest and most important moments in their lives, that everything about air travel, is magnified and is meaningful to customers and to people, and is a newsworthy story. And so we're excited about that. But really, it's just a recognition of what we're trying to do with that, or with the new airplanes, the new terminal that we're building here in Houston today, announcing here in Houston today. All of that is about trying to improve the customer experience and make travel something that's a part of your journey, your trip that is good, and really change what it's been like in the past.
We all, Scott, want a good travel experience. I'm a big United frequent flyer. The best thing is you board it from the back and then come to the first. But people in first class would probably start squawking. You know how those people are. But anyway, I know. Hello,
well, thank you for flying us, Gayle.
Yes.
Hey, who are you talking about?
I know. But, Scott, here's the question. We recently did a story about pilots and their mental health, and that many pilots, we've had a couple of incidents, very scary, involving pilots, that pilots are not seeking mental health treatment because they're worried about losing their jobs, which is very scary as a passenger because we rely on the crew, as you know, really for our lives. What's being done to help the mental health of your pilots?
Yeah, so we spend a lot of time on all health-related things for pilots and also on training. You know, I don't think people realize that our pilots at United Airlines, at least, every 9 months go back to our training facility in Denver to train on simulators and to do in a simulator things that will never happen, hopefully, to them in the real world, so that they're prepared for anything that happens. And at least at United, you know, we have all kinds of policies in place where people can, if it's whether it's a mental health or substance abuse, anything that's going on in their lives, illness, even fatigue, that they can call off and not come to work without penalties, without repercussions. And they have really good protections to ensure that that doesn't happen. So I feel very good about what we do and the time that we spend for all of our employees, making sure that all their health, including their mental health, is in a good place when they're going on to get on an airplane and make sure it's safe for our customers.
We appreciate it,
Scott,
Mr. Kirby.
yes,
we really do.
appreciate it. And my only request is that you put TVs
Thank
on
you.
all the planes,
Oh,
that
I
we
like
could
that.
get live television. That's
We
my
are.
only request. Scott Kirby, thank you.
Live
Thank you
TV is
so
a
much.
little harder.
Yes, you got one of my
Thank you.
favorite names. Scott was my dad's name. Kirby is my favorite daughter's name. So I'll never forget you. Thank you, Scott Kirby. Thank you.